So the youth and ICT will be so crucial in these innovations that we are generating at the university.
Today we are planting a revolution. Hopefully we'll harvest something fruitful.
Uganda, we are known as the food basket for East Africa because the environment is very good, soils here are better, the environment is better for farming.
But farms in Africa are underutilized. There is space for improvement. In Africa, we still have a lot of space where there is a farm, but you can even double the production without having to increase the space.
Every day you deal with agribusinesses, you're talking to manufacturers, you're talking to traders. Farmers are selling things on contract. They sign them, they don't know what they are signing, and when time comes to pay, they spend sleepless nights. Lawyers follow different contexts, and it's when we're going to do business and agribusiness that incorporating law as a tool will help other things to run smoothly.
People, especially young people, they mind about food, but they don't mind about their health. And that is really alarming. When you are eating, what are you eating? Do you really try to think and read and see what is contained in the food which I'm eating? And that is ecological organic agriculture. As I said, it looks at food, health, wealth, and environment.
The items we produce are largely culture. Why am I saying culture? We are producing these items because we found our parents producing them and our grandfathers were producing them, therefore we produce them. We do not focus on return on investment. These people lack information today about the market, and ICTs can be able to do this.
It is very easy to enter international markets if you are an organic producer or processor than it is for conventional. We have more than 2 million smallholder farmers who are practicing organic farming in Uganda, but they are not certified, which means they cannot trade with the world. We are very poor at promotion, very poor at branding and packaging.
The population of the world is growing. And once the population of the world grows, so does the demand for food.
Farmers need to be organized to generate sufficient volumes of product because markets want products. Sustainable means that you can produce food today, tomorrow, and the other day, and you are guaranteed that the production will be stable.
Can technology play a part? And we've seen a lot of industry-related interest, if I could put it that way, and mainly driven by the civil society organizations. When we started seeing farmers coming up with, or organizations coming up with things like market price information, where you have an SMS informing you about prices of cassava or maize. I remember Google, MTN, and Grameen Foundation came up with Google Marketplace.
We have to get information about the market. What is the market situation?
Research is very, very important, and I think that's where we come in with the innovations, products, research in technologies, but also research into coming up with new products.
The student developed an application which does what we call online auctioning. If you are selling maize, send an SMS saying, I'm selling maize at this amount. If someone is buying maize, the other person says, I'm buying maize at this amount. ICT can be able to look at all these different scenarios and it can be able to tell you what is the optimal approach to do it. And that can be a contribution.
So sustainability is now the key for future. They are looking at everything, how sustainable.
ICT can offer simple and complicated solutions. We may need to start with the simple ones. After that, we can go into the complex one.
Trees into farming is not only a good way to mitigate climate change, it's a good way to hang on to more of the topsoil, to retain more water in the soil as well. So there's some good farm production, environmental conservation, as well as climate change value to integrating trees into the farm. So that's one of the things we're doing.
How, for example, can use drones to do monitoring for big farms, and in this case we are talking about organic farms that are not using, synthetic inputs, fertilizers and pesticides.
Not until recently that the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences has been able to engage PhD students, at least 3 of them, and 2 MSc students in the organic agriculture. Therefore, the objective of my conversation is to highlight the opportunities, challenges, research impacts and experience of Makerere University in collaboration with our Danish partners, together with NOGAM, TOWAM and COAN. TOWAM is the equivalent of NOGAM of Tanzania and COAN is the equivalent of NOGAM of Kenya. So we are trying to exploit how we can be able to use this partnership in order to build organic agriculture research capacity in Makerere University.
In the 21st century, when you talk about innovation, when you talk about health, agriculture, you're looking at sustainability, right? That's what the Sustainable Development Goals is about. And there's no way you can achieve sustainability if you're using so much input to produce something very small. So what we are interested in, and in my field as public health, is to try and leverage on every single opportunity that there is, be it technology, be it advanced, agricultural production, to improve the health of the communities.
If I pull out my small phone, these are the type of phones that people in the villages have. This phone has a calendar, and that calendar can help you to time seasons. You can add a reminder. So answering your question, a person in, for example, Kayunga could have a phone and set reminders in the phone, probably of seasons. And when that season comes, the reminder comes in and it will tell them what to do. You have notes, you do it every day. So I think if you look at phones or technology, you don't have to close up your mind. There are very many possibilities. You have to think hard. I remember a few days I was discussing with someone. Suddenly something occurred to me that actually a phone has a keyboard. It has figures and it has characters, alphanumeric characters or letters, whatever you call them. For someone who is illiterate in the village, this phone can act as a tool to teach them actually to read and write.
And the opportunity is, can we work together with the agriculturalists, with the tourism people, and put this content together? And then these platforms will have a net value for Uganda and also the youth themselves.